This is Victor Jones of IAU, Indie Artists United, and I'm excited tonight to be here with a friend of mine, an artist who is a part of Indie Artists United. He's just joined, and I found it very interesting, a song that he shared with me today, and it's called Kiss Like Katamine. We're going to interview this song so that we can get a better understanding of what it is and why it is. Thanks for joining us, Chris.
Oh, absolutely, man. How are you?
I'm well. How about yourself?
I'm great. Feeling good.
That's good. That's good. So we're going to talk about this, Chris. Why don't you tell us first, where can we find the song Kiss Like Katamine?
It's actually on all platforms. It's on Spotify, SoundCloud, Pandora, Apple Music, YouTube. Basically, wherever you can stream music, you can find it.
Okay. So fans, you hear that. You can find it anywhere on the internet, also YouTube. Could you tell us your Facebook and all of your social media platforms?
It's all just under the name Dancing with a Capulet. That's the name I go by musically.
Can you spell that?
If you search up Dancing with a Capulet, it's DANCINGWITHACAPULET. Capulet. Right. It's a Shakespeare reference, Romeo and Juliet.
Okay, I like that. I like the science behind that. Okay, so Chris, we're going to get into this song, Kiss Like Katamine. First, I just want to start with the title of the song. Please explain that to me. I find that very, very interesting that you would use those type of terms.
It's basically that addictive love. Sometimes it's toxic, sometimes it's amazing, but it pulls you in, leaves you withdrawing when it's not there.
That's amazing. So tell me more about this analogy of Katamine. What's that all about?
It's slightly ironic because I do have a history of addiction, but I've never done ketamine, so I don't know much about its addictiveness, but I know that it pulls you in just like anything else. And like, it's just, like I said, it's that addictive love. Yes,
I get it. I get the analogy. It's a great analogy because, sometimes things can feel so good to you, but destroy you at the same time.
Be so bad for you. Absolutely.
That's amazing. And I definitely can testify and say that I've been through some of those relationships as well. So this song is a really good taste of memory for myself as well when I listen to it. Let's talk about the lyrics, Chris. Tell me, what were you thinking when you wrote the song? What experience, or what was the experience that inspired you to write the song?
Well, the lyrics to this song were actually lyrics that I've had from a long time ago. I never ended up using them. Couldn't find a purpose for them at the time, but it was just during a bad time in my life. There was a bad relationship. It was drug fueled, and it was toxic to me, but it was also something I couldn't pull myself away from. And at the time, it was one of those relationships where it's not going to work, but you don't want to walk away. And so I found myself just scribbling in a notebook, and that's where the lyrics for this song came from.
Wow. And I can appreciate that as an artist, to actually write from a life experience. I think it's more passionate. I think people can feel you more when you're actually talking from a personal experience in a song. And so that's definitely amazing that you actually used or wrote a song, and now you're actually presenting it to the public as a testimony or as an experience that you had. I hope people will be inspired by that, to actually come away from the Katamine.
Absolutely. And it was a change up for me too, because normally I write objectively. I try not to put my personal experiences into it. I look at it like how someone might feel or how someone would feel if this happened. So to use a personal song was a change up for me, but I think it worked well. I think it went over good.
I'm sure it was challenging to do something that you had not done before and to put your feelings in a song. I'm sure that was a challenge for you as well.
It was rehashing. It was rehashing some memories that I wasn't too fond of. I didn't really want to bring back, but at the same time, it fueled the drive for this song. And this song is one of my favorites. When we spoke before, I told you I lived these lyrics. This song's very personal to me.
That's great, man. That's amazing. So tell us, what do you want people to get from Kiss Like Catamine when they hear it, when they listen to it, when they pull up Kiss Like Catamine on their Spotify or on their musical platform, whatever app they're using, and they play it for the first time and they stop the track is over. What do you want them to take away from that?
A lot of times, one thing I love about music is it's objective. You know, it's different for everyone. It recalls memories differently for everyone, and that's kind of where this song stays at. You know, like it's either you've had that relationship or you don't. You know, or you know about it or you don't, or you might need to watch out for it. Make sure you don't experience a situation like that. But at the same time, like I said before, it's not always terrible. You know, it's a learning experience.
I get it. And sometimes those memories and those type of relationships are hard to forget, because sometimes it's what encompassed that feeling to have to go back. Usually it's something that that person's doing that you enjoy, but the other side of it is not really helping you.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the basis for that song. It's hard to walk away from.
I do like, though, the fact that you are definitely wanting people to take away from the song, learn from my experience. You know, don't do what I did. To be aware. It's more of an alert, more than awareness of what a catamine relationship is like. And I like that, because we need more of that in this generation that we live in, because I believe in this generation that we live in, Chris, we live in a generation where people define love in a misunderstood symbol or misunderstood setting. And so I think that's important that you would actually write this song to illuminate what that type of relationship looks like. Great job.
Absolutely. Chris. One of my favorite quotes is "Life imitates art," and it so often does, you know.
Okay, well, that's great, Chris. So as an artist, Chris, can you tell me what would you have to say to an artist that's just starting, that wants to get his song off of the list, that wants to get his song heard, he wants to be major, he's saying, I want to start as an artist? Well, what kind of advice would you give to someone with that type of aspiration?
Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself and hone your craft. Picture it every night when you go to sleep, fall asleep, and run your first performance in your head. Run whatever it is you want to happen. That visualization process it's a very important thing. Like, yes. I live by the law of attraction, and yes. I believe thoroughly that anything you can project or think of or comprehend, you can accomplish it. You just have to put forth the effort, and you have to believe in yourself 100%.
You know, that's a grand piece of advice for anyone, I would say, outside of the artistry of music. I believe that is a grand piece of advice for anyone who wants to go outside of the status quo, you know, and become something different, to walk a higher path. You know, I listen to a lot of motivational speeches in the morning to project that type of ideology. So I can appreciate that type of advice. I will do likewise and take your advice into my vocabulary and into my thought process as well, Chris. So now you've not been with IAU very long. You just started, as a matter of fact. From what your experiences are with me and from what you've seen on the app, what is your takeaway with Indie Artists United?
I think it's an amazing concept. Like you said, I haven't been able to experience it yet, but for people to come together, and from not only just from like the US or a local area, but from different continents, like all over the world, and support each other and help thrive as far as like credentials, and to see, you know, what you can do for each other, like depending on artists, other than, like you said, an artist depending on artists. Like that's to help out, like achieve the dream, like a collective concept. I like it a lot.
Correct. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Chris, and I'm looking forward to another interview in the near future after you've had a couple of weeks with us, or a couple of months with us. And I would say a couple of weeks, because I love to interview you, Chris. You speak with intelligence, and you also speak out of experience. And I think that's what people they need to hear more than a song. they need to hear someone who has an intellectual ability to be able to speak to others and speak into their lives. And I think that's great, Chris. And so we'll move on to a couple more questions, Chris. I want you to share with the audience just one more time, where can we find Kiss Like Katamine?
It is on all streaming platforms. It's on my SoundCloud. It's on my YouTube. It's on Apple Music, Spotify, Pandora. There's over 200. The distributor that I use distributes it to over 250 streaming platforms. So if you can type in the name Dancing with the Capulet, you can probably find it. It's on TikTok, Facebook, everywhere you can look.
All right. So fans, you heard it for yourself. You can find this single that we're talking about, Kiss Like Katamine, and be alert and get an alert and be aware and build an awareness of what toxic relationships are through this song on any platform on the internet, any musical platform. Guys, I encourage you to go out and get it. Go out and hear what Chris has to say to us in reference to toxic relationships and how we deal with those relationships. Chris, I want to say thank you so much for joining us today. I am really excited about your joining us. I'm looking to see you do some great things in the network. Chris, do you have anything else you want to say before we leave?
Man, I'm grateful to be a part of it, and thank you for having me, for real.
Well, the due diligence is the same from me, Chris, and we look forward to working with you at IAU, and I look forward to promoting you as an artist with IAU. IAU, this is Victor Jones, this is Chris, and we're out of here.